TMZ had a report on Saturday that on Friday night, Dak Prescott had a party at his home for a friend that at one point up to 30 people attended. There's Ezekiel Elliott attending the party, allegedly. There are other photos that make it clear there was a lot of food there, even more than Ezekiel Elliott could eat. And there was a photo of a table that was set for dinner at this party that was not going to entail people being at least 6 feet apart. There's a stay-at-home order in Texas, and a police officer reportedly showed up to look into the situation. But in Prosper, Texas, they are relying upon voluntary compliance with stay-at-home orders. That's part of the story at the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, which made it obvious that officer wasn't going to do anything to aggressively investigate whether or not there was a violation. But based upon the TMZ report, there was a violation. Based upon the TMZ report, 30 people were at Dak Prescott's house on a Friday night. And, Chris, this is infuriating if it's true. At a time when people are across the country taking this seriously in order to limit the spread. And if this was people driving around on motorcycles without helmets or doing other reckless behavior that only affected them, I could care less. But this is reckless behavior that potentially contributes to the spread of a virus that is killing people. And again, as I said a few minutes ago, why is this controversial? That we should want people to comply with the stay-at-home orders so we can get through this. I mean, if there's no football season this year, one of the reasons is going to be we didn't get the virus under control. One of the reasons we get the virus under control is because people weren't properly staying at home in compliance with these orders. Why is this so hard for people to figure out, Chris? Help me.
Well, I don't know why, Mike. You know, honestly, this is why you're kind of awesome at your job, first off. You're just not afraid to call people out when guys do things that are wrong like this. You know, most people in your position are, you know, honestly, they're worried about, oh, no, Dak Prescott might never come on my program again, or he might never do an interview with me. So no one's going to call him out or anybody else out for, you know, the negative look it gives to the rest of society. And I'm with you. I don't understand it either. Now, I also don't understand, like, you know, with these rules, why doesn't states enforce them a little more strictly and tightly? I feel like, you know, I hear a few stories every day on social media about people getting together this way. But I don't understand it. I don't, especially, you know, I don't understand getting together. Two, if you're going to have this type of get together, you know, I would just think, hey, keep everybody's cell phone. You got to take it when they walk in the door. Why would you let anybody take pictures? You know, somebody at that party who you trusted and invited, Dak Prescott, took pictures and sent it to TMZ. I mean, that's messed up.
But Chris, they did the right thing. They did the right thing, right?
I know.
And it is the height of stupidity.
It's all troubling,
that people are violating these orders and then sending the images out on social media deliberately, like Des Bryant did during his multiple workouts with Dak Prescott. This was someone who was there who made the information available to TMZ, who contacted the police department, and to them I say, good. This is the kind of stuff that needs to be addressed. And I'm continue to be astounded that it is controversial. And if you look around on Twitter, there's a lot of people out there who either completely fail to understand how this virus works. Maybe they're still under the influence of all the horrible information that was put out there by people with platforms, Mike, back in February and March, right?
Yes, right. I mean, that's got to be part of it. I mean, people were misinformed. People were misinformed until really just about 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. We were still hearing wrong information on the subject. So if you're a young kid like Dak Prescott, and I don't mean that to be like derogatory. I'm just saying a guy that's in his mid-20s. And when I was in my mid-20s, I was a sometimes look at the news type of guy. You caught the news last week or 10 days ago, you might not think it's as crucial. You might not even know some of these rules. But, Mike, this is one thing I'll say, too, Mike. This is why I think, you know, and again, I'm not saying I would have been much different from Dak Prescott. I'm not trying to judge him. You know, I was an idiot who thought I was like, you know, nothing could stop me either. And I hope these people who were at the party are not going to see their grandmothers and fathers and things like that. I hope they're, you know, at least staying in somewhat isolation once they leave these parties. But this is, to me, reasons why I think you could have an NFL football season this year, because I don't think NFL players care all that much. They care about others and loved ones, but I think most NFL players, and I just know myself at the age of 24 and 25 and 20, I thought I was indestructible. And I would probably be sitting here at home right now telling my wife, like, screw COVID-19. I want to play football this year. This is what I'm here to do. And I would bet you that the majority of the NFL is like that. Now, coming up with a program to make it happen is crazy, but it shows you the mindset of the player is all I'm saying, Mike.
That's the core of the problem, Chris. I remember being that age, and I would have seized upon any justification to continue to live my life the way I wanted to live my life, right? You're only young once. And if you've got people in high political office or people who have major platforms on social media, radio, or elsewhere telling you this is no big deal, you grab onto that. If you want to justify living life the way you want to live it. And you can say to yourself and anyone who calls you out on it, so-and-so says it's no big deal. So-and-so says it's just the flu. So-and-so says it's a creation of the media and it's all overblown. Not because you're taking a political stance, but because you want to do what you want to do. And I'd have been the same damn way. And I would have needed somebody to reach through the camera and grab me by the shirt and say, stop being a damn fool. And that's what I'm trying to do, because these people are being damn fools, influenced by even bigger fools who should know better when they downplayed this back in February, January, and March. All right, I'm done.
Well, yes to all of that. And then, you know, I just wonder, too, with the social media pictures last week of Dak Prescott and Des Bryant and them at the gym and, you know, a little bit of an uproar as far as that was considered. I mean, did the Jones family call Dak Prescott? Did they tell him at least, hey, let's not do this. This is not a good look. And he still threw this party? I don't know. But I would hope that somebody is getting in the ear of Dak Prescott and hopefully from here on out, because I don't think Dak Prescott is a bad guy. You've been around him. I know I
don't either. I don't either.
He's a good guy.
Sometimes good people do stupid things, and this was a stupid thing if it's true. And we need to hear from Dak on this if it's not true. You know, this can't be a situation where a marketing agent or a contract agent tells somebody off the record there weren't more than 10 people there and they were socially distancing when we see the evidence from the TMZ photos that suggest otherwise. We need to hear from Dak, and we need to hear from the league on this. This is unsafe behavior. We see how the draft has been specifically engineered to comply with the stay-at-home orders, and the NFL has been silent on this. I asked the NFL about it Saturday night, and I have gotten no response. And that's how they deal with me when they don't want to deal with me, Chris. They ignore me, and they make me ask again. And then they ignore me, and they make me ask again. And I either quit asking and write what I'm going to write, and everybody gets upset at me, or I keep asking until they give me an answer. And I'm just going to keep asking until they give me an answer, because saying we encourage compliance isn't enough when it's clear that people aren't complying. All right, let's take a break. I feel better now. But listen, people, I don't know why this is controversial. We're talking about life and death here. That is not hyperbole. This is real. This is not something anybody should be upset about, that we are pointing it out. And I really would like, Chris, more people in the media to set aside their desire to have access and good relationships and be willing to call it like it is, because lives are on the line.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.